Two teams who met up in Denver. Earlier this season with the Broncos winning that one. So they're looking for the series sweep here in Denver.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Herbert. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3-and-out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 45-yard line. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Bradley Chubb there on the tackle.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 26. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
He's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. A sack by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Von Miller, he was the one getting in there, able to wreak his usual havoc.
They'll make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
But they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt.
Gonzalez's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll have a first down past the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
So this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3, and it was the Broncos getting the road victory, so they'll look to take the season series now here in Denver.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 18.
And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000's a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll drop to throw.
That's caught left side by Judy.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing the 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Williams. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown.
Javonte Williams
with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit. And they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Herbert off of play action. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game, you know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again to Henry. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Here's Herbert. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He'll buy some time right. Goes right side, complete to Gronk. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Herbert. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown.
Jalen Guyton
with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group. And sometimes that loss, get us off your back, you can move forward from there.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 8.
All tied up at 10. 2 minutes left in the first half. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Here's Herbert. Flush to his right. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. They'll try the air now with Herbert. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Throwing on 2nd and long. Herbert. And he will find his man Samuel. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Play action. It's Herbert. The quick slant caught. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
Mike Williams.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Chargers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes it a 17-10 score.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive.
And we'll see what they opt to do with just 14 seconds remaining until intermission.
And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sutton. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Back to throw now on first down. He'll drop this down to Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Off the option, here's Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now, here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down. But it's going to wind up incomplete. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it. And now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Henry again on second down. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. This will go to Henry out wide. And he is going to have the Chargers first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Henry. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert.
Escaping the pressure right, and that's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They snap it to Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. On 1st down, it's Williams. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open, that's a good start for him.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They'll set up to throw. A quick throw, but incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Jerry Tillery drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either
Not
way.
the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Charger drive about to get going. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this...
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown.
Well, sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. They begin the drive with Williams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 53 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They go play action here on first down. That's complete. Okura-Buna. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
2nd and 6. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. This pass caught by Henry. They find some open field here. And all the way down to the 9. A huge play there for Denver. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Back to throw again. This is caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw again. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. Cortland Sutton, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So now a big play here as the Broncos will line up to go for 2. They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Broncos are right back in this football game. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The Charger drive about to get going. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another 1st down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Here's Herbert. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get 1st downs and eat away at the clock.
And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short.
They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Dancing to his left. And Herbert going to slide to a stop, and he has a first down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Henry. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Now Herbert. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. Mike Williams. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for, and take it. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
And that is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jamal Adams, and he'll take this back down inside the 20. Well, obviously, Charles, this stage of the game, down 2 scores, they had to put the football in the air. Unfortunately, it gets picked off.
And the criticism comes easily in situations like this, but you just laid it out. Look where they are on the scoreboard. Look at where the clock is in the game. He has to take a chance here and try and get the ball downfield to his receivers. Unfortunately, it was picked off.
2nd down, they go again with Henry. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
So this one's over. It's in the win column for the L.A. Chargers. And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.
Oh, I think they're more than pleased, right? They've got to look at each other like, wow, we just pulled this one off in a big way. Great job of motivating. Even better job of game planning. They were facing a top 10 defense, so they had to make sure that everything was buttoned down, and they had it ready to go, and their guys executed.
Yeah, they were concerned not only about moving the ball through the air, but also on the ground, but both really started to come in sync.
So for the Chargers, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to New England to take on the Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they suffered just their second loss as they drop to 8-2 now on the year. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs.